What's up, everybody? Welcome. Okay, this has been redeemed immediately, so I guess. Hi, everybody. Standard intro here. Let me know if that music is too loud. Actually, it feels a little too loud for me. Hello. Welcome to another Vengeance God stream. My name is Mikey Fatum. I am also known as Vengeance God and also known as Ambassador Kel. It is a pleasure to see you all today. Hey, Dexter. Hey, Gobo. Hey, Disco. Hey, Trexpert. Also, everyone, welcome our new mod, Disco. Thank you for volunteering for that. Volunteering. I know how to pronounce syllables. All right, cool. So yeah, how's everybody doing today? It is Friday, and that means it's our chillin', just chat, paint some minis stream. What began as I'm going to paint some minis out of pure panic became a really cool mini painting extravaganza that I'm enjoying every week. So we're gonna keep going on that. Yeah, me too, Trexpert. I am very tired. I definitely had that thought process of, but what if I just slept instead of streaming? That I got that sign for Christmas from my incredible brother, Gobo, who is over in the YouTube chat right now. Everybody say thank you, Gobo. Hey, Fragrance! Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So, yeah. No, Dexter, I know that feel very well. So, what we are going to attempt to do today is we are going to attempt to make Venom. But we're going to go for a more animated series or Marvel vs. Capcom look for old Venom-y pants here. You can see him a little better up close. Will you focus on that, camera? Will you do it? Please? If I put it in front of my face, will you focus on him? No. All right. Well, you're gonna have to take my word for it that it's a cool model. Model. Whew. So what I'm deciding right now, I have the same blue. Actually, you know what I'm going to do before I start on Venom? One thing that I wanted to do from last week, you probably can't see it, but I messed up on some of the freehanding on Wolverine from last time. So I'm going to try and fix that by adding a little bit of yellow onto his back. And so we'll start there. I love the weird motion trails I get shaking this. Was that Hank Azaria doing Eddie Brock and Venom back in the day? I did not know that. That's amazing. Yeah, my hope was... So, here's what I'm going back and forth on, too. I've got two different colors of blue here for Venom. I've got the one we used for Wolverine, which is this sort of... it actually is a pretty dark blue. And then I've got this other one that I found that's true navy. And then I've got blue ink. But what I'm wondering is, should I paint him black and then use the blue ink? Or will that just look terrible? Or should I just paint him blue and use blue ink on top of that? These are contrast paints? Well, this isn't. This is a plain acrylic, so I'd have to water it down to make it into a contrast paint. So I don't know if that's what I want to do or not. But first, we're going to get this contrast paint shook. There's a possibility I didn't shake it enough last time, so. That looks so thin. But people were like, thin your paints more. I'm like, okay. So we're going to do that. Get it a little thinner over here. Of course, as thin paint, it's really pooling in the cracks here. I guess you could say it's dead pooling in the cracks. Try and paint up here a little more so I'm not just looking down away from the camera the whole time. Alright, that already looks a little better. We're gonna leave it. Let that coat dry. Damn, Dexter! Damn! Okay, so I don't have black ink. Gobo is saying in their outdated experience, blue ink is hard to see on black paint. Black ink would show well on blue. And that feels right to me. So, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to use a really thin... Whoa, is there any paint left in this blue? First of all, because the cap just snapped right off. It's not seeming like it. Okay. So, our decision has been made for us. We're using the same blue we used on Wogan. Wogan? Or same blue we used on Wogan. I'm gonna rotate this amazing dry palette I have. It's definitely not a paper plate. I know, Trexpert, I know. What I don't have is a lot of time. But I'm open to suggestions for other things to make me do with channel points. The funny voice is good, but yes, there needs to be more. Now, you may be wondering to yourself, does this really freaking hurt your arm to shake a paint like this for this long? And the answer, of course, is yes. Yes, it does. Yeah, Dexter, that's the best way to set up both Venom and Two-Face. That was what all the movie adaptations of those characters have struggled with, at least using them as antagonists. Like, even The Dark Knight Returns Harvey Dent, which was really good, I felt like they went into Two-Face too fast. Two-Face, Too Furious. Like, they could have saved that for the next movie. Although I am glad that we got Bane in the next movie, so who knows. Alright. Slightly larger brush for this. Too large! We're gonna do what people say, and we're gonna really thin it. Oh, this brush also needs help. It is stiff as a board. Oberth flyby for 20k. I don't even know how I would do that, but I'm game to try. I brought a light in this time. Two-Face, Too Furious. Thank you for the redemption, Setiverse. Alright, this seems to be going on pretty well. One of the problems I was having, so I posted my my Laura and my Wolverine on the Marvel Crisis Protocol Discord. Or not Discord, subreddit. And I got a lot of advice about, like, oh, you need to thin the paints more. You know, you need to do less coats. And I didn't really, like, see what people were talking about. I eventually cornered someone on Blue Sky who gave similar advice, and I was like, what on my model looks bad that I need to fix? I don't know if anybody else has this issue, but I think it's some of my neurospiciness kicking in. If people can't give me, like, exact thoughts on what needs fixing, I have a lot of trouble. It gets very frustrating. This stuff, thinned out the way I've done it, is really thin. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like... Yeah, operator, that is something I've heard too. It's apparently true that it was in Billy D. Williams' contract that he would be the one to play Two-Face, and if they went to cast somebody else, then they would have to give him a lot of money. And so when they went with Tommy Lee Jones, they gave him a lot of money. Which, good for him. Get that money, Lando. Even with the extra light, it's a little hard to see in here, which makes me want to bust out my goofy-looking light goggles. But I don't really want to do that. Okay. Almost got all of it. Get a little more water and a little more paint. Let's get the back of this arm. And let this stuff really seep in. Oops. I just painted something blue that was supposed to be white. That's unfortunate, but fixable later, I'm sure. Actually, fixable now. I can just take this and dab it in. And get rid of that. Taz, Billy D. Williams was in the first two, or just the first Batman movie as Harvey Dent. It's a very minor role. But he's in at least one of the Tim Burtons as Harvey Dent. He never got to play Two-Face, just Harvey himself. You know, it's funny. I remember when we were all so angry about Bat Nipples fragrance. But, like, there's so much more stuff to be angry about now. Come on in! Hello. No. It's in the microwave, where I told you it would be. Sorry.
I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Thank you.
All right. I don't know if this is... This doesn't feel like it needs to be shaken, but... Could you imagine if Fragrance banned himself? Alright, yeah, this white definitely is going to need to get thinned out a significant amount. And what we are not going to do right now... Oof, that's really thin. I think I want more paint on my brush than that. There's a big problem with this white logo on him is that it's... What we're going to do is we're going to use the big brush to get the big parts of the white logo. And then we're just going to let that dry a little bit. And we'll use a smaller brush to get the rest of it, which I have a smaller brush here for. Fragrance, that's hilarious. That is a good prank to play on yourself. But please don't unmod yourself, I need you. Yeah, this is... I need an even smaller brush to do this. Because unfortunately, yeah, on every version of Venom I've ever seen, the in-betweens of his spiny bits are black. So I'm going to have to go back in later and try and find an even smaller brush. Or maybe I can use the blue ink for that. I didn't think about that. Maybe that'll be a really good place to use that. Get that in the crevices. Okay, let's roll this brush up, make it as small as possible. And we're going to attempt his eyes here. Jeez. So frustrating that I can't get these brushes to a point anymore. That's because they're old. I should buy new brushes. But I haven't, so here we are. Can't really see where his eyes are, so I'm guessing a little bit. But the good news is it looks right. Oh no. The very thin white paint I used has spilled out all over Venom's butt. You can type exclamation point commands, Gobo, and you'll see a list of all the commands. This is stupid. I'm not doing his white teeth now when I have his whole... Hey, Musin! Welcome, welcome! Thanks for joining. How did you find this stream? What brought you to our fair shores today? I don't think dance is one of them. Or as Charis puts it, how did you find us? All right, we're going to bust out a red to do the tongue and stuff. Am a little bit running out of space on my super advanced wet palette, also known as a paper plate. Musin is one of us. All right, well, welcome, Musin. Good to see you. Fragrance, make that a command, and if someone types T6 Oberth when, ban them immediately forever. Alright, as much as I want to show my background here, I'm going to tilt this down so you guys can see me when I'm doing painting more. I just put that shelf back there on way too high. This tongue is coming in super red. But that's good. That's kind of the Venom vibes. Dude always has, like, the tongue as, like, the standout part of his design. Get deep in the mouth on this side. Yes, Dexter, I said what I said. Okay. And now we're going to go back to blue. Gobo, you got to put who you're shouting out after that shout out in order for it to work. Oh, wait. I want to use this brush for this. Did I ask Lifefield for help on those feet? If I was going to get Lifefield's help on these feet, I would have to put, like, some cotton wool over them or something. That would actually be a very funny... oh, shout out only works for mods. Got it. That would actually be a very funny thing to do with, like, a bunch of Lifefield famous characters, like Venom or Deadpool. Just put, like, some wool on their feet so that you can't see their feet. Would make me laugh. All right, let's get a bigger brush out for the blue. Go for this guy. A little bit of water, a little bit of paint. We should also make a command that tells people who want to know what the music is on Fridays that this is stream beats. I won't actually ban you, Karas, but but know that you're banned in my heart. Yeah, stream beats. Oh, there we go. Perfect fragrance. I feel like we should make a blank when command, especially for Monday's stream, so that if people come trolling in from the STO community being like, T6 blank when, Nick, when are you going to make us this ship? Nick doesn't work on ships. We can be like, you're banned. Or we can just mock them, as is the traditional rules of 10 Forward Weekly, which of course are carrying over into the new era of Vengeance God streams. Anyone asking blank blank when must always be mocked. It is in the traditions of our people. Oh, man. The white splotch on his butt is just really obvious. I'm going to put a little thicker paint on that. But of course, because these are contrast paints, that part will always be brighter now. Because I didn't wipe it off fast enough. I may have to add some black or something onto it. Okay. We're going to leave that. We've done a full coat. Old Venom here looks fairly black, actually, but I remember that was true of Wolverine, too. When I take him into the light, I bet he'll look a lot more blue. It's really hard to tell in this light if I've fully covered him or not. At least, Venom, this boy is a fairly easy paint job. He's like 4 colors. Okay, we're going to leave that blue to dry. I think I should put one more coat of red on the tongue, even though I'm not entirely sure. Eddie Brock wearing an Oberth fan shirts. You know, I would do inside jokes like that just for y'all, except I'm not that good at modding shit. Oh, yes. That is a nice, disgusting, wet tongue that old Venom has here. Now I just need to get his teeth. I like that version of the command fragrance. Okay. We're going in for the teeth. Pray for me. The teeth got a little red, but that actually works. I don't know if you could see it. Oh, he looks really blue when I pull him up to the light like that. That's a good check. Even if I can't see details, that helps me see how the color's coming. And I feel like that's probably enough layers of the blue. Let's let it dry for a minute before we put the ink on, but... This started to sound like, Venom has dad ass. Venom does have dad ass. Venom has always had dad ass. So for the bottom here, I think we're going to get our black out. We have black, right? Yeah, grim black right here. I'm going to base the base in black, and then I'm just going to dry brush some gray onto it. Which I may have to mix the black and white to make the gray, but let's start with this. Well, this paint smells funny. Dun, 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 dun. Oops, I made part of his foot black. Whatever. I mean, not whatever. I should fix it, but whatever. Operator, I have daylight bulbs in this room. I don't know. My eyes are bad, I guess. And I guess also well, actually, no, because the LED lights from my lights are also daylight balanced. So everything I'm looking at should be daylight bulbs. And yes, Dexter, we should be using Oberth as a euphemism for taking a huge crap. Taking the big old crap. Don't worry, Charles. You can blow yourself up eventually. You can blow yourself up eventually. All right. We got to let this dry, so I think that means it's a good time. Where did the yellow go? Did I stick my cup in it? Almost. Yeah, this is it. I'm going to get some water, thin that the hell out. I'm going to do another little coat here on Wolverine's back. Try and cover up this blue mistake we made when we were trying to freehand some stuff. I used way too big a brush for that. I'm a fool. That's okay. We'll let that dry some more. Wish I could see a little better. No, I think I got his eyes right. I think they would look really good if I could do a black outline around them, but I'm not gonna try that. Musin, let's never talk about Star Trek V again. We don't want to be dealing with the fan dance. Okay. That looks good. Now let's apply the blue ink. And what we're going to do is we're going to apply it over the white as well, because hopefully it'll seep right into the cracks. We got to do this in stages. Don't let me forget. Stages. Can't do it just all at once. Okay, that's a stage. Wipe it. Wipe it before it gets too much. Okay, I think I used too much blue ink. Well, no, it's actually coming up. Yeah. All right, we're going to keep going. We're going to learn nothing from our mistakes. Wipe that off immediately before it has any chance to dry. Okay. The blue ink didn't do exactly what I wanted it to do, but it made the Venom logo in the back look very bright blue. And I might be okay with that. I'm going to try it again on the front. Oh, I'm going to get some more ink first, because this is acting like paint, not ink. Sections, Mike. I know you have enough ink. But you really want to wipe this off before it becomes too much. Oh, yeah, wow. That gave him like a neon blue logo that I don't hate. I'm probably going to go back over it with the white, but it's kind of cool looking. Of course, I could always do like, you know, one of the weird Venom alternate suits and go over it with like red or something. That is an option that is also on the table. Okay. Okay. I'm going to do this arm again. I could do Scream. That would be a fun thing to do. I don't think they have a model for Scream yet, for Crisis Protocol. But it would be a fun thing to try. Whoops, almost snapped him off his base. Alright, I'm going to hold him up to the light here to see what the color actually looks like, even though it's really out of focus. Okay. I don't hate it. I am going to go over the logo in white again, though. Dexter, I know you're only slightly kidding about being an accident, but I'm glad you're here, buddy. Okay, let's do the back first. Yeah, okay. It's not perfect, but that helped a lot. Now you can see, I don't know if you can see, but it's got a little bit in the white spots. It's got a little bit of a depression. Like me. No, it's got, you can't really see it on camera, but in the white spots, it's got a little bit of dark shading in between the raised white lines, which is really the best I can hope for. Ha! So you're literally a miracle, Dexter, is what you're saying. All right, let's do some dry brushing of the base. What is this? Is this black? Not what I need. It's blue. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to take some black and white and mix it together to make the gray I want, which we've already got a bunch of white on the plate, Mike. Just add some black nearby. Gobo, the joke of the Oberth is that the Oberth is a classic Star Trek ship that everybody loves. But me, you know, not growing up obsessing with the original series and the movies like many of my fellow Trekkies, saw it for the first time when people started mentioning in our stream wanting a T6 version of it. And it is a powerfully ugly ship. I don't know if you can see now. I have to zoom out a bit. That's an okay version of it. It is a. I'll see if I can find a picture from the front. It is a frisbee strapped to a canoe. It is. Here it is next to an Enterprise. Nope. Or next to, not an Enterprise, that's like a Nova class. What in the heck? Open image in new tab. There we go. Yeah, this is blurry, but you can kind of see it. There it is over there, next to a nebula. Yeah, I mean, it's just a very ugly ship. Just hideously so. But because it was an early Star Trek ship, I mean, possibly I think it was the first non-Enterprise Star Trek ship anybody saw. It has a lot of fans, despite being ugly as sin, and it became a running joke on the stream, because on my streams, because everybody loves it, and I correctly identify it as powerfully ugly. Oh, the Oberth is from the animated series originally? That explains so much. But yes, it is a frisbee strapped to a canoe. And we hates it, Precious. And everyone else hates that we hate it. It originated in Star Trek 2, okay. No, Trexpert, it is. It's a powerfully ugly ship. It's okay that a lot of you have nostalgia, but it doesn't change the fact that I am deeply right about this. No, obviously opinions are subjective, especially about art, and starships are art. But it's a frisbee strapped to a canoe. And the Klingon bird of prey is the best looking ship in Trek. These are simple facts that cannot be denied. Alright, let's mix up some gray with a bigger brush. That's pretty big. Give me a little more black. Let's make that super gray. Get most of it off the brush. And then, nope. That didn't work. That came out white. Go away. No. I didn't make it gray enough, and I didn't dry brush it enough. This is eminently fixable. That's much grayer. Okay. All right, that's a base that looks somewhat decent, and a model that looks extremely purple. But that's okay. Venom can be purple. I'm not going to complain. Muse and all Klingon ships are beautiful. Even the Discovery ones, which we refer to as tragically beautiful. All right, we're going to set Venom aside. We're going to put a little more of yellow on Logan here to finish trying to fix this issue. Musin, dropping STD as a way to describe Star Trek Discovery is frowned upon in these parts. Discovery is a great show, and also the immature and childish haterade that comes with a lot of modern things like Discovery and The Last Jedi and things of that nature. Oh, well, you didn't have to fully delete it. I was teaching him a lesson. But yeah. That stuff's not discouraged around these parts. We try to be a positive fandom here on Vengeance God streams. And yes, calling it disco is great, because then you can do this. Had to raise my other arm. These motion trails, man. Dexter, sorry, I only just saw your joke about the D4. That was great. Teaching lessons like I'm Badgie. It's actually a very apt metaphor for what I do. Because, you know, sometimes I'm very kind. And then slowly, as people more and more start to turn into internet chuds, I start to pull out the knife. Now I gotta remember what Badgie sounds like, because Chara said she doesn't want to imagine Badgie as me.
I can feel myself coursing, dancing across the L-cars, tickling the isolinear chips. I am now in every ship, every computer.
I am now in every ship, every computer. It's not a very good impersonation of what's his name who plays that character. I'll have to keep working on it. Kale Kale, don't mean too much to me. Jack McBrayer, thank you. Kenneth the Page. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, because 30 Rock is one of the greatest comedies of all time. What a week it's been, huh? It's Wednesday. All right, so what time is it? Okay, we've been at it for 45 minutes. Fridays are supposed to be my shorter streams, and I am going to try to hold to that, but I want to try something else. So I finished Midnight Suns, which is an excellent, excellent game. And when I got all these Avenger models for Midnight Suns, I really wanted to create their Midnight Suns outfits, their final outfits in the game. Unfortunately, there seems to be a lot of disagreement on what... Okay, this cosplay will do it. I was gonna say, there seems to be a lot of disagreement on what the color scheme for Captain America is, but this cosplayer has nailed it and given me a great reference. Good job, cosplayer. Let's get you. Cosplayer also looks like Chris Evans. Good for him. No. Okay, that'll help a lot. Jack McBrayer was also awesome in Wreck-It Ralph. He's also awesome in pretty much anything. I'm deeply curious, Musin, what lesson you're going to teach me. And slightly scared. Alright. So we've got Cap here. You can see him if I do move him over here. Got him here. We're going to attempt this color scheme. Ooh. I might be insane to attempt this. There's little details like the freaking A on his forehead that are going to be so hard to get. And also, the suit is just not quite the same color-wise as... and design-wise. So we're going to do a bit of improv here. We'll start by doing the black. No, Dexter, I don't think I saw that you sent me a recording of you saying you can't win them all. Do you do a good at Galactica? Musin says that specific gold is CBA 135. That's great. Today it's going to be Gehenna's gold, because that's what I got. But thank you for checking it for me. Dexter and Charis, if you two need to get a room. Oh my god, you two. CBA 135 is Vegas gold? Okay, good to know. I definitely don't have that, so he's going to be a little bit different colored, but we'll do what we can. I'm not going to lie, I am super nervous about this. Yes. Begin the dance, mortals. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. So only the top of his head is black. The sides are gold. I'm going to assume that means the back of his head is black as well. And looking at this, it looks like his shoulders are also black with a little bit of a gold spike on it that we will add later. But on the back, we're going to make it all black. Why? Because it's easier. Okay, and then his gloves. Oh, his gloves are a darker black than the rest of his suit. Thanks, guys. We're just going to make them black. We are probably not going to end up doing as much detail on this as would be done were I to try and recreate this costume exactly. Because as we've discovered on Wolverine and on X-23, my freehand work is not the greatest. Okay, the central stripe on the stomach is also black. And I have no idea about his pants. So let me look at some of the other images. Is there not a single full body shot of this outfit? I probably should have gone and taken some pictures. Oh, nice, Musin. Come on, give me a full body version of this costume. Oops. Thanks for that. Oh. Wait a minute. I just don't have this clipped enough. Okay. We can at least see that the top of the pants is black. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the pants black with a little bit more of this black paint. Which I have to be careful of now because it ran into the red paint. Let's get some more water on it. Really water it down. That's what people kept saying. Why not look up the concept art? That makes perfect sense. I should probably do that. Yep, and his crotch area is also black. They must have, Musin. I didn't see any pop up immediately, but I didn't think to search for concept art. That's a good idea. Okay, and again, we're putting interpretations into this, so I am going to take a little bit more of this super wet, super thinned black paint, and we're going to apply it to the outer ring and the inner ring of his shield. Yeah, search for concept art. You're right. Okay. Based on the current design that we are aping, I believe that is 100% of the black that goes on this model. Except for a couple of spots I clearly missed. That's coming in really matte and nice looking. I like it a lot. Okay. We're leaving the black. I think I missed part of his helmet. We're not leaving the black just yet. I should be using a smaller brush for this part. And underneath part, below the wings, should also be black. All right. Now we're leaving the black alone. Dexter with a very good point to make about America and racism that has not been proven true over and over again in recent memory. Certainly not. Okay. So Gobo said they texted me a Midnight Suns concept art. Oh yeah, that one's good, Gobo. I saw that one earlier. The only reason I sort of passed on it is because it's not, Actually, no, that is pretty good. Okay. I will try to emulate it. But I think this one is a little more useful to me at current time. Trexpert, I'm not sure why you're saying my brother's name like that. Did I say something funny? G.I. Gobo? Did I call them G.I. Gobo? Because that's hilarious. All right. Now, we have an ancient Games Workshop paint. Gobo, what would your G.I. Joe action figure come with? Can I pour some of this out? Yes, I can. And then I can water it down. It's so funny that working with watered down paints has become the thing to do now. But I don't want it to drip. I'm going to do the easy parts first. Like his chest here. I really hope this dries a bit more gold and a little less brown than it looks right now. This is definitely going to be brown. Okay. Well, that's just not what we want. So what do I do? We wipe this off. A med kit, a radio, and a Gerber multi-tool. That is perfect, Gobo. Just don't bring that on a plane. Now you know, and knowing is half the battle. The other half of the battle is red lasers and blue lasers. So this yellow we have that I used on Wolverine, it's a good yellow. But it's not shiny gold like this is. The TSA account on Threads is hilarious. Oh, I should check that out. Are they just posting stuff they confiscated from my brother all the time? I mean, random civilians all the time. So, the backstory of the inside joke that I'm telling you is that my brother, for a long time, was a lighting designer who worked in theater and therefore, at all times, had tools of the trade on their person. And we went on a family trip once, and they realized before we got into the gate that they had their really expensive Leatherman multi-tool still in their backpack. And there was no way that was getting through security, obviously, and we'd already checked our bags. So we scrambled for a few minutes in this insanely long, this was like 3 or 4 months after 9/11 in Logan Airport, where all the 9/11 planes originated from. So we scrambled to find a way to deal with this. We found a shipping store in the airport that would ship it back to our house. We'll be waiting there when we got back. So we did that. We shipped a knife. I don't know if that's legal, and I'm not going to ask questions. And then we get up to security, and Gobo's bag goes through security. And they found another knife, and I think a scissors. It was like something. It was not like a Rambo knife. It was just, you're a tech person, you have a knife. But they found a couple of other things, and they were also expensive things, but not a Leatherman. So Gobo was okay with parting with them and throwing them out. Oh, I'm getting to the wrenches, Gobo, because after we got through security, we walked to the gate, and Gobo walked over to a trash can, reached into their bag, and pulled out 3 goddamn wrenches that they just threw away right there. Oh, it was a wonderful night. And for Christmas, my dad and my aunt and uncle got them toy versions of all the things they'd lost. All right. I'm gonna... You will never live it down, no. I kind of want to tell them the helicopter story, Gobo. But I don't know if I tell it as well as you. I may just have to pull you up on Discord sometime and tell the helicopter story. We should make that a Friday fixture. My brother comes on and tells stories about his crazy life. All right, I'm going to go to the paint drawer one more time. Yeah, shipping Gen 1 Megatron in gun mode should be illegal. It's just a gun. Tim it to the limit. Oh, so you know I'm drinking soda. Okay, cool. For some reason, I read I'm drinking, and I was like, please don't do that, especially if you're underage. But yeah, drinking soda if they're gone. I mean, soda's not going to kill you for a couple of years. How did you find our stream, Tibbet? Welcome, welcome. Hope you can hit us a follow. And thanks for joining. Well, great. I'm glad to see you. Thanks for the follow. Hang out for a little bit. We're painting some miniatures. We just finished up Venom from Marvel Crisis Protocol. He's really hard to see on the stream camera, unfortunately, but he came out pretty nice, all things considered. And so now, I'm trying to do Captain America. Car has exploded. Oh, yeah, Con Head. I actually had a very similar thing happen once. It probably wasn't as realistic as your DL44, but we were on a different family trip, and, we were checking in our bags, and I had been given a Han Solo toy gun for Christmas. And the lady at the counter was like, do you have any, any weapons in your check bags, even like toy ones, so we know about it? And I, like the honest child of God that I am, was like, I have a toy Han Solo blaster in my suitcase. So then, as my whole family went, they very carefully opened up our bags and searched them all to find this toy gun. And then they put it back in and closed them all, and we went for our flight. But I'm surprised that I've been able to live that one down. Nobody ever brings that one up. It stayed with me forever, of course, because such things do. Yeah, blaster was probably not a great word. Most people, especially back then, people didn't know as much about Star Wars. Okay, I keep meaning to get up and look for more gold. I'm going to do that. I'll be right back. Okay, I can still hear you, but no, I can't. It was a very short search. I found some metallic gold paint. Remember, Dexter, you can only decide safe words with consent. I don't know if you need to shake this. I'm going to do it anyway, just in case. Spray that out. Grab this little brush, get some water, water the paint hella down. I should get somebody, if anybody knows anybody who does like mini painting like well, I would love to know why we switched to definitely water down all of your paints. It's an interesting difference. Hard to tell, but I think I got the A. All right, let's get the insides of his arms. A little bit more of his chest. He used to paint model airplanes? That's cool. Charis, that is excellent. Everyone should have the opportunity to be more purple. One of the things I love about online character creators is how much we can just express ourselves and not worry about it. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then I said I was going to make his boots gold, but I don't think I want to make his boots solid gold. I think that's going to look silly. I do need to do the inner ring here and the star on his shield. That looks nice. I think I'm gonna... No, that should be white. Let's get the sides here, though. And I can do the sides on the back. Oops. You know what? I think I'm going to do it on both sides. Just have his arms be fully gold. Okay, we definitely need to go back over this with some black. And we need to do some of the white as well. But let's get the gold off this brush first. Alright, see you in a bit, Fragrance. Well, not solid gold, but definitely goldish. Yeah, that's a good point, Dexter. Or Gobo. What's your name? I'm only related to you. Jeez. But yeah, I think thicker paints would hide the details. That's right. Dex Gobo, listen. You remember how I mentioned that I am an 8-time world champion? My brother and I are multi-time tag team champions as the Sharon Guard. If you think you can get them to betray me, Dexter, think again. And if you're saying to yourself, wait, e-fetting doesn't count, yes it does. I'm a multi-time wrestling world champion, shut up. Alright. We're gonna do some of the white here. Trexpert, I will likely be tuning in to WWE. Hey! Welcome, friend! How were you just on a singing stream? This is my buddy Timina, who I think we raided the other day. Yeah, we did. You're welcome! Feel free to hang out, or just put it on in the background if you want, but you don't have to. Yeah, we're going to do the white next. Because I think that'll help it feel a little bit less like a statue. Oh, you were modding for a minute? Cool, who do you mod? Also, Fragrance, can we get a shout out for Tin Alphaba? Oh wait, Fragrance isn't here. Disco, can we get a shout out for Tin Alphaba? Trexpert, the thing that makes me saddest about WWE on Netflix is that they're going to be doing the first episode is going to be taped in LA, but I did not buy tickets fast enough, and now tickets are like $400 a pop. It's insane. Oh no, that shield is gold. Crap. I messed up. Fix that later. Oh, how was Nosferatu? I haven't seen it yet. I don't really have time to go see scary movies as much as I wanted to. There we go. All right. Trexpert, my wrestling announcer voice is something like, on their way to the ring. I'm just going to do Orange Cassidy because that's popped into my head. Weighing whatever. From wherever. Freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. But like a lot louder. I'm not going to break your ears like that right now. I like that too, Dexter. We can throw unofficial shout-outs all day. But yeah, everybody go follow Tina. She's awesome. She does a lot of singing on here, and she's got a gorgeous voice. Wait, what? Oh, no. I think I messed up, but that's okay. Should I paint the belt white? I don't know how well you can see on the model. Cap's got this belt right here. And I don't want to paint it gold, because I think that'll conflict with some of the other stuff. But I don't want to paint it... I think painting it white won't look good. And I also don't know what color to paint his boots. You know what? I think I am going to bite the bullet and make his boots gold. See you, Charis! Remember, you tried so hard, and you got so far. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. For those of you who are not watching Twitch chat, that's because she said that's what she was going to go listen to. I forgot to get the star on the back in white. Wait, he has... Oh, no, okay. I thought he had a cool, like, pattern on his pants that I could use to paint some gold on, but he just has a line. But if I could just do just a little bit on one side of the thigh right here. A little bit on one side of the thigh right here. Will that look cool? I'm unsure. Okay. God help us all. I can no longer avoid it. I have to do his face. Dear God, Dexter. All right, well that's really good, Tin Alpha. But I am ashamed to say I have never watched one of this man's movies. And I forgot his name right now, but... No, I have not heard of that, Musin, but I'm going to look it up now that you've brought it up. See if I can put a bunch of this paint down here. No, that's just not going to work. We have to do... I think I'm going to need to get a new flesh tone. I think I can't keep working with this 20-year-old Games Workshop paint. 30-year-old. God, I hate doing faces. Who allowed this? Because I'm making it 4 times as hard of myself by using this paint. I should really just go out and get some good paint. Okay, I'm gonna wipe. All right. I think one thing that is fairly clear is that I'm not going to get Cap's face looking the way I want. And another thing that's fairly clear is what time is it? Okay. We've only been going for about an hour and 20. But I think I've reached my limit on painting for today. Sometimes that just happens. What we could do, though, so that I'm not just abandoning the stream right away, is let's do a round or 2 of Rivals. Just because I love it. And that way I don't feel like I've cut off the stream super early. I still love very much... Robert Eggers, yeah, there you go, thank you. I still love very much that... Oh. That's right, I didn't start it as administrator this time. When does Avatar start, Musin? Oh, wait, hold on. I don't know that for sure. No, I do know that for sure. Okay. Rivals doesn't work because I set this up wrong. Well, let's just do a couple TFOs and STO. So I feel a little better about when I'm ending the stream. Well, that's good, Tin Alphaba. One thing that was kind of confusing to me is that it seemed like a lot of people were saying that in addition to being horrifying, it was sexy. And can you also... Ooh, what was that? It's gone. Oh no. Exemer, thank you for the bits. Am I finally going to see what your builds are like? I don't know. I'm going to jump in and do some TFOs myself, but... Happy New Year to you too, Exemer. Thank you for always dropping by with a smile and some bits, so we appreciate it. Remember, folks, we are attempting to do this... Whoa, what's happening? Why am I spinning around? Why am I facing the ceiling? Anyone ever seen this before? Anybody know what's happening? Okay. We're going to exit and launch again. That was bizarre. Well, I should have tried that, Musin, but what I did instead is restart the entire thing. I just really like the ceiling lights. I tell you what, everybody, as much as I love... Got it. Okay, Tin Alphaba. That's good to know. Maybe I should go watch the original first. Okay. Fixed. So I'll tell you guys what. I'm going to queue up for... Actually, I should do a red alert.
Captain Nethpa,
Shush.
heed the call of the war.
Events. Red alert. How many of these do I have to do? It's a 2-weeker. And I need 10 progress. Well, I'm probably not going to do that, but let's try doing the Borg Red Alert, which will probably pop immediately. I also really just want to go see other of Robert Eggers' pieces. All right, see you later, Trexpert. Like, I've never seen The Lighthouse, and I want to. Dexter, like I said, I'm just gonna pop on to like randoms and things, and y'all can sign up for the same stuff if you want to play with me. I have no energy to like do all the like fighting people and doing stuff right now. Come on. I don't know if I was the only one shooting at that. It felt like I blew it up by myself, and if so, I'm very happy. Good lord, do you think Saith up here has any buffs? Also, do you think I can... Nope. Musin, I probably could, but let's not worry about that right now. Oh, damn. I don't think I want that many buffs, no. I wouldn't know how to play them right, and then people in chat would be like, why aren't you doing this thing? And I'd be like, I don't know the thing. All right, well, there we go. Yeah, I wish I'd seen that Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, Gobo. You gotta go audition for more shows. Oh, I just realized I switched over to Marvel Rivals on here, but we're not playing that. I should try and trick people into watching my stream. There we go. All right, let's do a random. You up too if you want to join me. Ah, okay. Well, that sounds like too much work, Musin. My little ship is so invisible right now in space. Yes, I am not a meta. Nor am I an Instagram. Nor am I a Twitter. Here we go. Oh man, it's Bug Hunt. Hey, not quite Murph. I don't want to be a contender on the TPS charts, Musin. I appreciate the offer. Hey, Murdy, welcome. Good to see ya. Thanks for tuning in. Shoot them bugs. Shoot them bugs. Dooba 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 dooba. Shoot them bugs. Yeah, that does sound fun. Old school horror, man. I mean, a lot of new school horror is great. So what is it about? What are people trying to earn in Bug Hunt that they run it all the time? Is it just like it's got more experience, or? It put you in Grethor. Have fun, Dexter. I actually love that mission, but I know other people get annoyed by it. Folks, if you're new here, we're trying to take this thing all the way, so give us a follow, and if you're so inclined, feel free to subscribe. I would love that. I've looked at the amount of money I'm going to be making this month from streaming and my side gig, and the amount of money that I'm making from Twitch from you guys this month is incredible. It's insane. It's more money than I would have ever made off any of my creative endeavors. But because capitalism sucked, it's not enough. So if you know any friends, or if you yourself want to subscribe, or if you were one of the 30 people gifted a sub last month, please re-up. I beg of you. It's a DPS check. Got it. What kit frame is that does all the control scorpions? That seems fun.
Fire in the hole.
Boom.
Area clear. Scans show that we need to jump down this narrow fissure in the rock. Be careful. I don't know what's waiting for us at the bottom.
Whee! Watcher robots? Ah, okay. So I don't know if y'all heard, but Universal Studios down here in Hollywood is doing a Star Trek fan night, along with a D&D fan night, a Back to the Future fan night, and a One Piece fan night in a couple of months. And they just announced auditions for them, so I have signed up. So with any luck, I'll be playing some kind of alien or something. I don't know for sure, because the audition specifically said, is for Star Trek anyway, specifically said slim to fit, which I am neither. But, you never know. Hey, thank you so much for the subscription, Jack. Oh God, send that in, Elphaba, Tina, Tin, all of those names and more. It's not going to be a problem. We don't really need to cover you. I mean, we do need to cover you, but, like, we're gonna kill all these bugs so fast, because this is a DPS check team. And yes, seriously, Jack Senri, I really appreciate that. Every little tiny bit helps. If I can do this full time, that would be the absolute dream. And next week, when my daughter is back in school, it'll be a lot easier for me to do slightly longer streams. If you have zero use for them, Musin, feel free to send them my way. That they seem fun. I don't know if they actually are fun. Ah, the Broodmother. I'm sure some of you old-timers remember when was hard. I'm probably not going to get there in time to do any damage on her. Is she already dead? I think so. Y'all are hilarious. Well, sure then, Musin, send it my way. I would appreciate it. Thank you. Did we murder everyone already? No, there's that one Ravager up there. Oh, she's back. Oh, she's gone. I know that lava is a player power, but it adds a lot of ambiance to this fight. Did we ever end up making that command to just put my name and @ handle in chat? All right.
You've killed the Spawn Mother, but we need...
Yeah, I don't know if we ever ended up making that command, Musin. All right. We're going to do one more, and then I'm going to call it. No. This music friggin' slaps. Yeah, the problem I didn't see coming with painting Cap in his Midnight Suns outfit is that he looks more like a statue than a person. Gonna have to figure out what I can do about that. Wait, this one takes me to DS9, right? Please do. I would love to go to karaoke. Are you going to Broadway Rave next Friday? This is Pavo. What's happening? I didn't hit start. Oh, we went into a TFO. Right. And it's Gateway to Grethor! Woo! Maybe I'll go left this time. I always go right. I'm going to decline for right now because I don't know anything about that, who you are or what that fleet invite was. If you're someone watching the stream, let me know. But Ah, that's too bad. Oh, was that you, Musin? You gotta let me know before you're gonna send me a random fleet invite. Shoot, shoot. Can't see what's happening. Oh, okay. Well, I have a secret plan with Dexter to do something with his fleet first. But then maybe I will join your Pirate Scum Brotherhood afterwards. It does, you know, it is a great name for my character. Or a great fleet name for my character.
The starbase is secure.
Welcome back, Fragrance.
The shipyard is secure.
Alright, like I said, going left for the very first time. I doubt it's much different. Hold on, let me just get you my handle.
The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
There you go. Oh, how did I end up so much higher than them? Where am I? Okay. Come out of cloak and start shooting.
Waves are emitting intense levels of theta radiation. Close them.
Cloak! Uncloak!
The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
Ah, there's the command. Thanks, Fragrance. You could just say all shields failing.
The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
So do you get one type of announcement if you're on this side of the map and the other type if you're on the other one? Because I didn't know that, and that's cool. That's fun.
The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
Yeah, I've literally never gone this way on this map before. It's kind of hilarious. Uh-oh. Time to go. Is there a reason, Stanky wants to know, is there a reason that Bort, Thomas, and Nick don't work for Deca directly? I believe at this point they do.
The troop transports
I think the
from
cryptic
starbase
thing may just
are
be in
moving
name
toward
only,
the
but I
planet.
actually don't know for sure. I only know what I remember from before we left. And I wasn't paying a huge amount of attention to it, because no matter what happened, I was losing my job. Well, thank you, Dexter. I appreciate that, too. One of the reasons that I'm hesitant about joining fleets is because I don't want fleets to fight over me. Avatar is Travis, right, Fragrance? I hope they just keep extending his contract. They need him so badly.
The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
Oh, another Murph? Thank you, Musin. What are these again? Sure, why not? Oh no, those are anything that I leaked on 10 Forward was me always, unless it was truly an accident, and you can probably figure out which ones those were. It was always something that I got approved in advance. I would never have been unprofessional enough to just do something because I didn't care anymore.
From the starbase are moving toward the planet.
Oh, I've got 3 Murphs. I think one of them is the real one too. But thank you, Busen. So what you're saying, Dexter, is that your fleet is Olive Garden. When you're here,
Our
your
herald
family.
Venom has entered the city.
Where is he? That's right. That was the rule we invented for Mondays that I had not thought about until now. If you want to give out more Murphs, not right now, Rulana. Patience, my friend. We will discuss all of that off stream. But yeah, if you've got a Murph and Kirko wants one, send him one on my behalf. If you want to share. Because I don't want it to just be me getting presents. as much as I love the presents. I want the love to be shared between all of you.
Our troops have landed.
I really hope that Dexter's fleet gives you breadsticks. Dexter, can you confirm or deny? All right. Well, that was fun. I'm glad we streamed a little bit longer. Folks, thank you so much for joining. If you are excited and interested in seeing more of this, give us a follow. Give us a subscription if you really feel like it. I would greatly appreciate it. And I hope you all have a great weekend. And a huge thank you to Fragrance and Disco, who are my mods and are doing an amazing job. It's Disco's first day, so I'm going to say especially Fragrance. I've got these socials you can follow me on. I'm Vengeance God on Blue Sky and Twitter. I'm Vengeance God 2 on TikTok, and I'm Broken Infinity Films on Instagram. We've got a really cool Discord that I would love for you to join. A lot of people are hanging out and having a great time. I am the host of 3 podcasts on the Ace of Geeks podcast network, and I would love for you to listen to any of them. They're all great. We're recording a new Ace of Geeks podcast tonight, so that'll be out next week. I create a show called The League of Swords. If you like sword fights, if you like pro wrestling, if you like any of those things combined in a blender, then you should go and watch League of Swords at leagueofswords.com. And finally, I've got a wish list if you want to buy me stuff. It's at throne.com/vengeancegod. Don't feel like you have to, but if you want to. All right. Okay, with that all in mind, let's see who we gonna raid today. Who we gonna raid? Oh, you know, guys, I think we should raid Critical Role. They really need the help. Let's see what's going on in Just Chatting Land
Most
today.
unexpected places.
Okay.
For me, it was through the videos of a YouTuber and Twitch.
Please stop. There we go. Oh my god. Asmon Gold? No, go straight to hell. Alright, who's Just Chatting that doesn't have thousands and thousands of viewers? I'm glad you had fun, Hunter. I had fun hanging out with all of you. What is this person doing? Well, if she's talking, I can't hear her. So that's not going to work today. Oh, Tokushatsu? That, I didn't know they were live. I mean, they're always live. They're a TV channel.
Can I get you anything besides water?
I'm trying to cut sugar.
Just add crayon.
Oh.
Yeah, why not?
But zero sugar.
Not really a streamer, but I do want to make you all watch
You're right.
some more Tokusatsu. So, thank you again, everybody. I'm going to turn off desktop audio so you don't have to listen to this stupid ad. Thank you once again, everybody. And I hope that I will see you on Monday. Remember, on Monday, Nick DeGood is joining us to show off the new Earth Space Dock map. So don't want to miss that. Noon PT right here. And we will see you next time. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.